organized. It's how many years now? 1 year now since that you uh, finished your ENT course?
Yeah, it's actually 3 years, sir.
3 years. 1 year you are in MAMC.
MNC. 3 years. 3 years I did my SRship there.
Okay, right. I think it shows live. Doc Tutorials team, can we go start the interview? Doc Tutorials team?
Yes, sir. Start, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
please start.
Okay. Yeah, we're going on live, Vishnu. Very good evening. Warm welcome to Vishnu, our ranker from Doc Tutorials who took the Head and Conquer program with us. He scored AML rank 4 and he has successfully got a seat in Head and Oncology at AIMS Raipur. Welcome to the show, Vishnu. Many congratulations.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Very happy to have you here. Just this is not just your success story, it is an inspirational story for people who are going to join Head and Neck Oncology. What started as your journey? Let us know something about your upbringing as a medical career. Where did you do your undergraduation, post graduation, and your journey towards this, Vishnu?
I hail from Trivandrum. I did my MBBS from Government Medical College, Trivandrum. I did MS from Maulana Medical College, followed by 3 years of SRship there. And I, which got completed in last September. I also learned microvascular reconstruction from Amrita Institute of Medical Science, Kochi.
Okay. So when did you finish your ENT?
ENT, I passed out in 2021, and following which I completed my SRship, 3 years of SRship in MAMC, which got completed last September.
Okay. So like this is your which attempt is this towards INASS?
Yes, yeah, I have been attempting in the recent past. The patterns have been changing throughout these years.
Absolutely. Every
Yes,
year the pattern changes, the challenges are different. This is exactly why I'm asking you. There are people who are taking it for the first time, the second time, and third time. Your story is an inspiration for all these people. I know the story. I want the rest of the community of the students to also to know what has been the struggle and what makes a person like you tick. So tell us about this is your second or third attempt, Vishnu,
yes, yes, sir.
in cracking
Yes,
the
sir.
NSSS. Yes. See, this is the what we learn from this story from Vishnu is it's you don't give up just because first time you didn't crack. You don't say that this is not something not achievable. For somebody who works hard, who's very sincere, uh, no exam is unreachable. So Vishnu is a standing example of what an effort and hard work can get you. Extremely happy for you, Vishnu, from the humble backgrounds of where you started and where you are now in the top pinnacle in head and neck oncology. AIMS Raipur is area buzzing with a lot of onco training in head and neck, especially. So really happy to see you there. And tell us something about how your preparations have been towards cracking this INASET. This is a slightly different exam compared to, say, a super specialty in exam SS in a NEET SS in head and neck onco is totally different from this. Tell us how you were preparing and what would you suggest for your junior folks.
Yeah, I had subscribed for the doc tutorials, question bank and test series combo, and I practiced the MCQs from there. And the main highlight of doc tutorials is that we could directly interact with the faculties and clear our doubts. And the teachers were very prompt in replying to our queries. And um, finally, the mock interview, which was conducted by Senthil sir a few days before the exam, also had boosted my confidence. And I also used to prepare from head and neck exclusive books like Harrison, Montgomery, Randolph, Satloff. And whichever book we prepare, we need to consolidate them as well so that we could easily revise them at least 1 to 2 weeks prior to the exam.
Frankly, you were too good in the interview itself, Vishnu. I told you what are your strong points and where you can do a little better. But I thought you were ready to crack the exams, and you did crack. I was not at all surprised. Now, thanks for acknowledging the contribution of the question banks and the test series from the doc tutorials. How do you think it's different compared to, say, a NEET SS head and neck compared to this with an INA? INA, even though it's the seats are less, I feel is a much easier exam to crack rather than a head and neck onco from a NEET SS. What is your opinion on that?
Yeah, in INASs, we need to expect questions from general surgery covering the surgical oncology part also. And in INASs, for each negative answer, around one-third marks are getting deducted. So
True.
my strategy was to eliminate as much negatives as possible. And so I attempted only around 65 questions this time. So suddenly it was around a vast majority of questions came from general surgery part. And my main strategy was to eliminate the number of negative attempts.
It's an important strategy in an exam. That is more than consolidating in your uh, strong areas. You should make sure that you don't make any unforced errors in your weaker areas. Being an ENT PG, general surgery is an area of a little bit of a slightly lesser strength, you can say. And reducing the negatives from that is very, very good strategy. And I'm very happy that you did it that way. So this is the way forward for all ENT PGs listening to this interview, that you have to concentrate on a little bit of general surgery as well. And for that, I believe a little bit of training in general surgery is needed from your uh, motivation from or from material that you get from things like doc tutorials will be really helpful. And uh, core areas in head and neck oncology for an ENTPG is something that you cannot get away with, and you have to have all the books that are required for a basic head and neck. What are the standard textbook that you use, just for the sake of the students, please?
I used to refer books like Montgomery, Harrison, Randolph for the thyroid part, Satterloff, and also we should be thorough with the guidelines like NCCN, ATA guidelines also.
Absolutely. Guidelines like NCCN and American Thyroid Association guidelines for thyroid are something that are very commonly asked questions. In fact, even in the intro, if you remember, we were discussing about ATA guidelines on thyroid because there's a common questions that people ask. How was the interview for you when working in MAMC must have helped you a lot as well, the practical aspects on how you approach these sort of head and neck cancer patients?
Yeah, doing SRship in MAMC also helped me because we should be aware of the practical aspects as well. And we should not get detached to our clinical scenarios.
Very true, very true. And what started as a difficult journey, when you finished ENT 3 years, you've slogged yourself in and worked this way. The US is an inspirational story for all your juniors, Vishnu. Uh, Not just because of the fact that you've got into AIMS Raipur, also because the hard work and persistence that you've put through the years, despite all the changes and patterns that is happening in the INASS, all this, despite that, you've cracked that, you've persisted, and the victory is lies in the getting your seat at the AIMS Raipur. Many congratulations, and we would happy to be have your contribution. You should remember that the question bank that we set in doc tutorials, right, is from all
Yeah.
toppers like you. Okay, the question bank, the because we are collecting for the top, the rankers, the genuineness of the questions are always there, and it means that the students who join the next year will always acknowledge your contribution for that. So very important that we acknowledge the fact that the top rankers like you have been the pillars behind which this doc tutorials team has been able to thrive well. We will definitely acknowledge your contribution. Hopefully we will have you as a faculty as well once you finish your head and economic course as well. Very happy to acknowledge your success, Vishnu.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, and we'll always keep in touch. And best of luck for your 3 years of head and neck oncology. Come out with flying colors very soon. See you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vishnu. I think we will call it a day. Thank you. Doc Tutorials team.